hesitate. Into cycling, Melbourne crit scene, welcome to the team. Cycling complex, living out the dream. Pushing through hills, sharp turns extreme. Fast wheels flow, hear the tires scream.
Hey, yeah, we are back with Into Cycling, and this is round 2 of stage 2 of the Eastern Cycling Club Toughen Up series. So they hold 2 rounds here at Broadford. One is clockwise, and this one here is anti-clockwise. The first round was so hard for me anyway that I was ready to go home and I wasn't going to race this race. But I went back to the car, had a drink of some sugar water, had a gel, had a little swig of some ketone IQ, and decided I'll have another crack and see how I go. What I noticed as soon as we started riding, I was actually feeling pretty good. Everyone was saying they were quite tired, and I did ride that first day pretty conservatively until the end, where I tried to break away, if you've watched the previous video, but that was quite an unsuccessful attempt to break away at the last minute. As soon as I went to break away and then hit the first little climb before the finish, I knew that was a very bad idea, and ended up just giving up at that point and letting everyone go by. And I say I gave up because I just had nothing. I don't know why, I just had nothing. So here, as soon as we started this race, I was feeling pretty good. Like, as you can see there, I'm just riding, and I'm just riding away from everyone. They were obviously tired and weren't really up for going that fast that early in the race. I didn't feel like I was going too fast. As you can see there, my heart rate is only 150 beats. So I definitely wasn't going hard. But the other guys sort of weren't up for it at that point. Now you can see we also had a very small group, so a couple of riders actually did what I was going to do and didn't race this next round. But you know, I did get out there, and I think we started off with I think there were only like 6 people when we started. So one of the guys got dropped pretty early, I believe. And then it was back to the same 5 as last time. Now, having missed out on points on that first round, I was really determined to get some points on this one. I wasn't going to make the same silly mistake. Even though it looks like I've broken away here, I wasn't trying to. I think the other guys just didn't want to really ride that hard at the beginning. So even though I did open up a gap, it wasn't really intentional, and I had no desire to try and break away here. Just knowing what this course is like, it's not one I would want to break away. So I was going to put all my eggs in one basket and try and go for the sprint. It's an uphill sprint here, which does suit me. I'm not a great sprinter, but if it's an uphill finish, like a short, steep uphill sprint, I can go okay. So yeah, I thought I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna follow some of the riders that I know are pretty quick and can get their way through through the pack, even though there's not much of a pack here. But I'll just sort of try and follow some guys that I know can finish strong, and then just try and get around them. That was my plan for this race. But yeah, as you can see, first lap, and I've ridden off. No real intention to do so, but I was feeling good. I just wanted to ride. So that's really all I was doing here. And I think as we complete this lap, the guys do get back on, but I think as soon as we go around again, around the start finish line, I tend to sort of get away again unintentional. So anyway, let's have a look at some quick stats from this race compared to the last, and then same as the previous race. There wasn't really a lot of action in this race. No one was really trying to break away. It was just trying to survive to the finish, so you could finish a strong sprint. So yeah, so same as the other one. We'll just we'll go through a couple of little things, have a look at some data, and then go up to the last lap and watch the finish. All right, so let's bring up some data. This is the data from this race. Now, I don't know if you saw the last one, but this one obviously wasn't as difficult. You can see there the average power for the whole race was 192 watts, and I think the last one was 220 from memory. Average power was 212. Again, that still shows that there were quite a lot of peaks, considering that there were no real climbs or any sort of long sustained efforts. Normalized power was 252 as opposed, I think it was 260 something for the last one. Intensity factor just over 1, so showing it was still hard race, but TSS is a lot lower than the other race. That could also be because this was a little bit shorter as well. A couple of other things there. You can see max standing power was 1122. That would have been at the end. The training effect on this was anaerobic capacity, so that sort of shows that those climbs, we were probably going over those little climbs at sort of anaerobic level. Average heart rate was 154, max was 177, so definitely not as hard as the last race. Was definitely a lot more comfortable in this one. So yeah, anyway, let's have a look how it all panned out, and hopefully I score myself some points this time. Let's have a quick look at a lap. So this is we're just getting up to the start finish line. As you can see, it peaked up I think to about 9% there. So this is the finish line just there. So you can see it's an uphill sprint, which, like I said, tends to suit me. So that's why I thought this was going to be one that I'm going to have a good crack at. So just after that, it's still going uphill for a little bit, peaks up just as we go around this this left-hander here, and then it'll drop down onto the climb that is normally on the clockwise direction. So we're at the top of that climb as we come around here. So it sort of peaks up a little bit here again. And this was pretty much how the race was. Like I said, no one tried to get away. We were just we were trying to hurt each other on the climbs, but no one seemed to have any intention to break away. So whilst it doesn't do much for entertainment, unfortunately it was just the way we had to get through it. It would take a pretty strong rider, I think, to try and break away, and he'd seriously need some strong determination to do that on your own. I think if you can get a good gap and sort of maintain a nice pace over those climbs, you could break away here. Thought did cross my mind because, like I said at the beginning, I was sort of easily able to ride off, but I just wasn't confident. Even though I was feeling a lot better in this race, it was in the back of my mind that I wasn't feeling great in the first race, and I thought if I try and do something, then all of a sudden I just crash, then that's going to be another race that I'm going to throw away. So I really wanted some points here. I wanted the full points. So I was pretty keen to maybe play it a little bit safe, knowing that there was that uphill sprint at the end. So I thought I'm just going to have a crack at that and see if I can get some points there. So here we are heading downhill to where's this? I think this is the back. Is it the back straight? No, we're actually on our way down to what is normally the main straight. So this is the usual start finish line if you were going clockwise. So we've just come around there, and shortly it will be a right-hander. And then and then eventually into the finish. As you can see, it's just like little pinch after little pinch, which eventually saps all your energy. Anyway, let's do the last lap, or halfway through the last lap, and let's see how the finish went. Okay, so we're halfway through the last lap, and in front of me is Chris Leckie, in front of him AJ, then Craig Stannard, and towards the front is Simon Bell, who won the last race. My plan here was to sit behind Chris. I know he's a pretty good finisher, so I thought if I can get him to lead me out, I'll launch off the back of him and try and take the win. That was my plan. Didn't exactly go that way, but I won't spoil it. So yeah, as we're coming around here, pace sort of backs off a little bit. Everyone's trying to save themselves for that last sprint. So we'll come around this left-hander in a sec. This is the last little rise before the rise to the finish. AJ's looking back to see if anyone's gonna probably waiting to see if I'm gonna do another flyer like last time. But nope, not this time. That didn't work, so I'm not gonna do the same thing again. Yeah, as I say, my plan is just to sit here on Chris, and hopefully he will launch me to a good finish. So almost there now, coming around the last left-hander, and Craig on the outside starts to sprint early. Sitting behind Chris here, I'm thinking, nah, Craig's going to go, so I'm going to go for it. So that first line is not the finish line. Finish line is still coming. You can see there on my left, Simon Bell almost got me, but I managed to just hold him off. So good race there by everyone. Fantastic. Really happy with that result. So that will give me full points for this round. So another 2 rounds to go. Well done, Simon. Well done, Craig. Third again for the second time today. Well done. And great racing by everyone. Well, thanks again, guys, for watching. Please subscribe. Please like the video. I'd love to grow this channel. That's my plan. So we'll see how we go. I'll try and make as much interesting content as I can. Sometimes that's I'm limited by the type of races, but you know, I still think it's you know, I always try and sort of put something out there that's enjoyable to watch. And if you're in this race or you're planning to do this race, it gives you an insight into the race. So yeah, anyway, thanks again. Well done to everyone racing, and we'll see you in the next video.